Matt Holliday is baseball's esteemed clubhouse leader. The World Series champion, 7-time All-Star, and 1-time batting champ has made a career of pushing his teams toward success.
14 years. Has that flown?
Yeah, I think some days it feels like it has flown, and some days it feels like it's been a long time. But I try to just day-to-day it and try to keep it as simple as possible. And I look at pictures of when I started, and you start thinking about how long it has been, and some of the first teams that I was on that hardly any of them are still playing. It's been a cool progression.
The progression continues with his 4th team, now as a New York Yankee.
Playing in Yankee Stadium, wearing a Yankee uniform, does it make baseball look different for you?
No, not really. I feel like that having a chance to play for another storied franchise in the St. Louis Cardinals, that's sort of the Yankees of the National League, if you will. And I'd played in the stadium. I'd played against the Yankees. My grandfather was a huge Yankees fan, so there was some ties that made putting this uniform on really cool. But when it comes to trying to play the best of my ability, I'm pretty used to that. But is there some cool vibe of playing in Yankee Stadium? Sure.
With a clubhouse full of this youth, exceeding expectations, you're running with this momentum?
I've really enjoyed the season so far. The guys have been great. Coming from a place that I'd been for 8 years to a new place was a little challenge for me personally, and I've really enjoyed it, and really the guys have embraced me, and I've been able to have a cool place on the team spiritually and with our Bible studies and our chapels.
For a lot of these younger players, what's the most common thing you hear that is something they need?
I think the struggle of not doing well or just the day-to-day failure that comes with baseball is hard. Guys look for avenues, different places to get relief from that. It's a hard game, especially in the bright lights of New York City, and dealing with the pressure that comes along performance and not having Jesus as the center of that. It can be rough, and trying to find and turn to different things.
How do you manage the pressure of performance?
Do I deal with 0 for 4s? Perfectly no. Having a relationship with Jesus and recognizing that my performance is not representative of how much he loves me, and just being able to go out here and trust in the fact that I'm where I'm supposed to be, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and being able to separate this and go home and be a good husband and try to be a good father and help them understand what God's love looks like. That's a huge, tremendous responsibility for me that I take very serious. So I think God has moved me in the right way in a lot of ways with how to deal with that.
What makes being a leader in a clubhouse any different when leadership is required to build up trust and relationship?
It starts with being yourself. You earn that title by how you treat people, how you go about your business, how you work. Obviously experience helps. Get to know guys and really care about them.
You relishing the mentoring?
I do. I love it. There's guys here that are new spiritually and still learning, as am I, but just being able to contribute to things that I've learned about interpreting Scripture and being able to talk to them about what God is saying in certain passages, that has been really helpful for me, to getting in the Word every day and starting my day with chewing on Scripture and having that center in my life. I think in Timothy, when he talks about leadership and being church leadership is everywhere. So this is sort of my church, and it's for everybody's church, and living our lives and leading people and loving people. Like you said, I'm an older player here, and leadership is part of I think, the value that I bring.
Matt, I didn't call you old.
No.
Now when I'm looking at these, I didn't call you old.
No, I don't feel old. The age, in baseball years, maybe I'm old, but I feel pretty good. Yeah, that's the prayer, man. Just make sure that I'm open to be used. However, if he wants to use me, that I'm available.